A pleasant day to everyone. Welcome to APEC Eagle Kiss webinar entitled Trading versus Investing. Before we start, I would like to inform all our attendees here that we have a YouTube channel, Eagle Kiss APEC, where we upload our webinars where sessions 1 and 2 are already available. For next week, we will be uploading advanced fundamental analysis entitled Putting Value on Your Money, Fundamental Metrics, and Trading Guidance for the COVID-19 Induced Crisis entitled The Worst May Be Over, Sectors and Stocks to Watch. All right, let's start. It is a great pleasure for me to introduce our speaker. He is currently connected with Eagle Equities Incorporated, a member of the Philippine Stock Exchange, with 26 years track record in the industry and trading certifications from local and international capital markets. He provides consultancy and advises corporations and high net worth individuals. He has also held key leadership positions in various companies and is now the president of APEC Wealth Consulting Corporation. He is the author of Keep It Smart and Simple or KISS Charting and Trading Strategy. Let us all welcome Mr. Fernando Martinez.
Morning. Thank you for waking up again this Saturday morning. And alam ko medyo mas mahirap ngayon mag-join sa webinar because may kasabay tayo na blockbuster. I think ongoing yung series ng LA versus Denver. Anyway, I closely follow NBA din but pwede ko naman siyang panoorin mamaya sa replay. So, mas importante yung series na naumpisahan natin. For those who have joined us just for today, we are already on our 5th series. Later, i-discuss ko yung pattern, kung bakit ganun yung pagkakasunod-sunod ng webinar natin. Lahat yan connected and it is designed for those who are new, to have a good jump start in the stock market industry. And doon naman sa medyo nakapag-start na naka 1, 2, 3 years or even more na trading experience sa stock market, this is designed for you to keep you in focus. After attending the webinar series, it doesn't mean that you will earn millions upon millions of pesos sa stock market. This is designed to give you the knowledge, the patience, and hopefully the experience. Kasi yun yung tatlong importanteng aspects sa trading sa stock market, trading or investing sa stock market. And I'm trying to gather all of my knowledge for the past 26 years and hopefully ma-impart ko sa inyo through this webinar. I would like to make this a weekend habit. Siguro not necessarily palagi tayong merong topic to discuss, but from time to time, we just need to evaluate kung ano yung nangyari sa market, sino yung mga stocks na umakyat, sino yung mga stocks na bumaba, what are the reasons behind it. So magiging parang free flow yung discussions natin as we continue with these webinars. I want it to be a venue for you to learn and get to know what's going on in the stock market. Kasi I'm sure when you're at home, kahit na kinikwento ninyo sa misis or asawa ninyo, na husband ninyo kung anong stock market, may mga times kasi na hindi talaga sila interested and hindi lang interested, hindi nila maintindihan. So you're at a loss. So you need this community to not just to back you up, but magkaroon ka ng validation. You want to know kung tama ba yung ginagawa mo or mali. So yun yung purpose ng community natin. So I strongly suggest that you invite your friends or even your family members. We will be doing this on a regular basis. Tapos kung napansin ninyo, ina-upload namin sa YouTube channel. No? Usually mga 2 weeks after. Kasi binibigyan ko ng premium yung mga uma-attend mismo doon sa webinar. It doesn't mean to say naman na yung mga manonood ng webinar sa YouTube, late na sila. Hindi, no? Kasi kung mapapansin niyo pag nagbigay ako ng trading guidance, most of the time may range yon. So, kalimitan 1 or 2 weeks after pasok pa sa range yon, with the exception of few na medyo lumipad na. Yun naman yung premium na umaattend. Kasi right there and there, during the webinar, nakikita ninyo yung trading guidance na ginagawa ko. Today, our topic is trading versus investing. Kasi importanteng topic ito dahil minsan, di lang minsan, madalas, yung newbie nag-uumpisa sa trader, gusto niyang kumita in a short span of time, but he ends up being an investor. No? Paano nangyayari yon? Diba? Dapat kung trader ka from the start, dapat trader ka until you finish your trading career. Kung gusto mo naman maging investing or investor, from the start, investing na yung goal mo. No? So aalamin natin yung pagkakaiba niyan. Merong mga magaling na nagko-combine ng ganyang what we call this category. No? So meron siyang portfolio na trading stocks, meron din siyang portfolio na investing or for longer term na stocks. So, paano niya nagagawa yon? You have to identify kasi kung ano yung pagkakaiba niya. Now, meron pa tayong third category, di ba? Yung speculation. But sa speculation, iwas muna doon ng mga newbies. During the technical analysis webinar, na-discuss ko yung difficulty ng newbie to trade speculations kasi most of the time, pumapasok ang newbie doon sa soccer stage. Now, for those who were not able to join the technical analysis seminar, pwede ninyo mapanood yun doon sa YouTube channel namin. Okay, so kasi yung diniscuss naman doon sa technical analysis is timeless. It was the same strategy I've been using in the 90s until now. So, pwede ninyong i-adapt yon or pwede rin ninyong i-tweak ng konti to suit your own taste, no? Malinaw naman yung pagkaka-explain ko doon sa mga indicators na ginagamit kalimitan sa stock market. Anyway, we will start our topic for today, which is trading and versus investing. Okay, trading versus investing. At first glance, halos walang ibang pinagkaiba yung trading or versus investing, no? Kasi sa investing, you put a portion of your money, kalimitan yan, and strongly suggested, money that you don't need. So, more or less extra money siya. You put your money into investing to make it work so that later on, it will earn a certain return. Sa trading, ganun din eh. You put a portion of your money hoping that it will generate return at a later date. Ang pinagkaiba lang siguro niyan is yung time frame and yung mga tools na ginagamit. Ibang tools ang ginagamit sa trading at ibang tools ang ginagamit sa investing. Among all our topics, ito yung pinakamaikli. Pero this is one of the most important kasi it will define your you may call it a career in the stock market now. Whether you're a part-time trader or a full-time trader, it's still a career. Kasi you're spending time and effort and hard-earned cash to join the stock market. So let us proceed. Nakaharang sa akin. Yan. Okay. We have to establish our goals. No? In trading, your goal is to generate returns with often buying and selling of shares. So madalas kang bumibili at nagbibenta. Ang goal mo dyan is to generate returns on a short-term basis. No? Mamaya alamin natin kung ano yung short-term. No? Opposite side, investing is to steadily build wealth over a period of time through buying and holding of shares or other investment instruments. Hindi lang kasi sa investing, hindi lang siya limited sa stock market. You can invest in arts, 'di ba? Bibili ka ng mga artworks. You can invest in real estate. You can invest in money market instruments. You can invest in mutual funds. You can also invest in government securities. Ano yung mga government securities? Yung mga treasury bills, yung mga pina-auction ng Treasury Department. And yung time frame mo dito is long term. So mamaya din malalaman natin kung ano yung time frame ng long term talaga, no? Hindi yung long term by accident. Okay, ito long term by choice talaga sila. Okay, next. Belief. In trading, you believe that the share price will move in a direction to achieve a target. Okay. It says there that in a direction to achieve a target. Bakit hindi in a direction to achieve a profit? Di ba? Kasi trading eh. Well, as I have mentioned several webinars ago, there's no guarantee in the stock market. So it's either going to go up or go down based on the metrics that you have prepared as a trading plan for your trading. So when we say achieve a target, meron kang target na profit target and meron ka ding cut loss target. So whatever happens doon sa trading mo, protected ka, di ba? Dahil pag umakyat, ma-realize mo yung gain mo. Pag bumaba naman, mami-minimize mo yung losses mo. So that's the belief that you are holding pagka trader ka. Opposite side ulit, investing, the company will perform well in the future and come up with returns in forms of dividends. So dividends, tatlong klase yan, cash, stock, and then property dividends. Doon sa fundamental analysis webinar natin, na-discuss natin yan, which I think will be uploaded on Monday. No? So, pwede ninyong panoorin uli yun and i-share sa mga kaibigan ninyo. Now, when we say the company, you are not just investing doon sa stock itself. You are also investing for the people behind the stock or yung management behind the company. So, dapat kilala mo yung management, tiwala ka na magiging mahusay ang pagmamanage sila. And dahil mahusay ang pagmamanage sila at magiging maganda ang performance ng company, magkakaroon ka ng returns in form of dividends. Anong pinagkaiba niya sa trading? No? Trading, share price will move in a direction to achieve a target. So lagi kang nakabantay, tinitingnan mo kung na-achieve mo na ba yung profit target mo or cut loss point. Sa investing, you are only concerned with the returns in the form of dividends. So hindi ka na nanonood ng price action. You don't even need to be online sa stock market on a daily basis. Diba? So dapat ganun yung belief mo. Next, profit. In trading, buying shares at a lower price and selling at a higher price. There's no other way around it. Ganun lang talaga sa trading. You buy at 1 peso, you sell at a target na 150 for 50% return. Pag hindi mo naman achieve yun and the opposite happens, you sell at 90 for a 10% loss. No? So you are trying to maximize your gain and then minimizing the loss. That's the purpose of trading. Investing, opposite side, you will reinvest profits and dividends on stocks into additional shares of stock. Okay? So, ibig sabihin nun, nagbigay ng cash dividend. Cash yun, i-credit sa account mo. You don't withdraw that. You buy more shares. No? So, ganun ang ibig sabihin nun. Yung dividend naman na stock, you don't sell those stocks. Instead, you keep it for the purpose of reinvesting it and for a future return na inaasahan mo. So, investing nga is buying and holding. Trading is buying and selling. No? So, ito yung forms of or way for you to profit dito sa dalawang strategy na to, trading and investing. Next, period. Ito na ngayon. Trading short period of time, sometimes even less than minutes. Nakatiyempo na ba kayo nung nagsisiling na stock, tapos nakikita nyo gumagalaw? Minsan may mga umahabol doon eh. In less than a few minutes or even less than a minute, minsan nakakapagbigay na ng return. Nakabili ka, let's say, ng stock na nasa 20% na upside, pero nag-ceiling siya. Ang maximum na ceiling is 50%. So you potentially, there's another 30% that you can make, no? So in a day or even in minutes, that can happen. But the trading period, the short-term period usually is about 1 to 24 months. So sasabihin ng tagal din pala ng trading, no? So 2 years. Now, it doesn't mean naman kasi na 2 years, hindi na siya gumagalaw. Mamaya makikita ninyo yung trading ranges. Pwede lumabas-pasok kayo doon sa stock na yun, particular stock na yun. Or you can buy and then wait for a period, kanya, within 24 months, tsaka kayo mag-sell. Depende yun sa risk appetite ng individual. Opposite side, investing, long period of time ito. Sometimes even decades. So from 3 years to decades, pwede pang lifetime. No? Kung ang purpose mo, I'm buying this stock, papamana ko sa apo ko sa tuhod, then yun yung time frame mo sa investing. Hindi yan bumili ka, let's say for example, gusto mo yung Meralco, bumili ka, umakyat ng 20%, sinel mo, ni-realize mo yung profit, that is not investing, that is trading. No? Kahit na blue chip yung binibili mo. Diba? It doesn't necessarily mean na pag blue chip yung binibili mo, investing na yung ginagawa mo. So iba yun eh. Tanggalin natin sa isip yun. You can buy blue chip stocks and also do trading behind it. Ito maganda dyan. Later on, sabi ko nga sa inyo, this is one of the shortest presentation. We will spend our time identifying stocks that are good for investing and then stocks that are good for trading. Okay? So yun yung premium dahil present kayo today. You can ask me to do a trading guidance for a particular stock that you plan to do on a long-term period or trading for a short-term period of time. Okay? Next, returns. You set certain standards kasi. No? So trading, more or less, you expect 10% or higher each month. No? Sa investing naman, you are expecting 10% or higher each year. No, sabihin nyo, bakit pa ako mag-investing? Dapat trading na lang ako. Sabi ko nga sa inyo, depende yon sa tao, depende sa belief niya, and depende sa time frame niya. Kasi yung mga tao, mayroong mga 10, 20, 30 million pesos na account sa bangko, they are not concerned anymore for a 10% return each month. Okay? Unlike us who has money na 100 to 500,000 or even a million, malaking bagay sa atin yung 10% or higher each month. Of course, mayroong kaakibat na risk yan. Sa investing kasi, you are trying to minimize the risk kaya you're in it for the longer term. So 10% or higher, mahirap nang i-achieve yan sa investing. Mahirap i-achieve yan. Kasi kung dividends lang ang habol mo, you can check for yourself kung ilang cash dividend na binibigay ng mga blue chips or ilang stock dividend na binibigay ng mga blue chips. Most of the time, yung cash and stock dividends na binibigay nila, kaya naman talunin yung inflation, which is good for those who are in it for the long term. Kasi that means to say, yung value ng money mo, napoprotektan kasi nai-erode yan through the years with the inflation. Now, regarding inflation, na-discuss din natin yan doon sa fundamental analysis natin. So for those who were not able to watch that live, ipopost yan on Monday doon sa YouTube channel natin. Ganon ka-connecta yung mga webinar series natin. Importante mapanood mo sa umpisa hanggang sa katapusan tomorrow, which ang topic naman natin is yung market psychology. So yun yung nakaka-apekto na emotion sa'yo while trading or investing sa market. So anong ginagawa ng mga investor pagdating sa returns? Ang gusto nila talunin yung inflation. And whatever goes beyond it is a bonus na for them. Okay? So you have to realize na kung hindi ka patient sa 10% each year sa investing, you might want to try trading which is 10% or higher each month. No? Kaya namin ito ine-explain sa inyo para you can really identify what category you will get into once you start trading the stock market. Now, tools. Okay, iba-iba yung tools. No? Sinabi ko kanina, time frame and tools ang pinag-iba ng trader against investor. No? Sa trading, ang ginagamit na tool is technical analysis. Okay, so ano yung mga ginagamit mo? Based on what we have discussed do sa webinar ng technical analysis, there are two kinds of indicators. Leading indicators and lagging indicators. Leading indicators gives you the signal to buy or sell. Diba? And then lagging indicators confirms if you are going to buy or sell the stock. So sa leading indicators, ang ginagamit ko madalas is stochastics. Again, if you will watch the technical analysis series ng webinar na to, you will understand why I use stochastics. Another leading indicator is RSI, no? Relative Strength Index. Now sa lagging naman, I always use volume. Now for others, they use moving average. No? So ito yung ginagamit mong tool. So more or less, you are not even looking at the price earnings ratio, earnings per share, or book value ng stock na bili-bili mo. Now, you may do so kung medyo nasa solid second liner papuntang blue chips yung binibili mo as a trading stock. Pwede mo pa rin siyang gamitin. Now, on the opposite side, investing, you're not even concerning yourself with the price action. So, bakit ka pa magte-technical analysis? So dito, ang ginagamit mo is, hindi ko lang nailagay, no? Fundamental analysis ang ginagamit mo sa investing. So price-earning ratio, importante sa'yo. Earnings per share, book value, and then ito, yung number 4, management forecast. Kasi sabi ko nga sa'yo, when you are investing, you are not just buying the stock or the company. You are also buying the people behind it. Okay? So importante, pag sinabi ng management, let's say for example, isang telecom company, sinabi nila, we will have 2,000 towers, no? In 1 year. Sinabi yun yung forecast niya. And you bought that because of that forecast. Dapat in 1 year, talagang ma-achieve yung 1,000 towers na pinorcast nila. So that is how you use this as a tool for investing. Okay? Next. Strategy. Obviously, trading is buy to sell, investing is buy to hold and accumulate more as the time progresses. Sa trading naman, buy to sell and then look for another opportunity where you can buy and sell again. Huh? So, yun yung pinagkaiba ng strategy nila. Protection, importante ito. Sa trading, we have yung cut loss points, di ba? Sabi ko nga sa inyo, walang guarantee sa stock market. Kahit na gaano kaganda yung ginawa mong trading plan, and then fully supported technicals, indicators, okay, tumingin ka pa nga sa mga fundamentals ng company. So more or less yung pagpasok mo is talagang na predetermine mo na maganda yung presyo. Pero something happened along the way, which is always the case, no? So bumalik yung stock, bumaba instead of going up. Protected tayo kasi meron ka pa ring target doon sa cut loss point mo. So that is how you protect yourself sa trading. Sa investing naman, teka lang yung sa trading, ang mga risks na tinitake mo, sometimes kahit na gaano kaganda yung trading plan mo, hindi umaayon sa iyo. So yun yung risk nun. Sa investing naman, the opposite side, ang protection mo is you are expecting that the stocks you bought will survive the downtrend, with an expectation that prices will bounce from lows and losses will be recovered. Ito ngayon yung problema naman din sa investing. It says that it will bounce from lows. Hindi niya sinabi na may protection ka in times of crisis or pandemics, just like what we are encountering now. No? So, anyway, even sa trading, wala namang protection pagka may crisis and pandemic. So, hindi ka rin din foolproof, no? Yung protection mo hindi rin foolproof. Ang paniwala mo lang, the stock will survive. Now, on a ordinary or efficient market, nangyayari talaga to, yung stocks na binibili mo for investing will usually survive the downtrend, no? And will bounce from lows. So, protected ka. Except, may binibili kang blue chip na through the years, ang ganda ng binibigay na dividend, so maganda siya, kumikita siya for you. And then all of a sudden, tinamaan ng pandemic and yung sector niya is heavily hit. No? For example, yung right now, ang naapektuhan ng COVID-19, airline industry. Just this morning, I read the news. na Cebu Pacific is having difficulty in meeting the ang tawag doon, refunds, no? I think for a total of close to 5 billion refunds ang nabibigay pa lang nila is kalahati. So, paano nangyari yon? Meaning to say, yung refund na yon, ginagamit din nila yon, pinang-roll over nila sa operations nila. And malaking operation expense ng airlines, ano? Mahal ang gasolina, mahal ang pagkain, mahal ang sweldo ng mga personnel niyan. One of the industries yan na matataas ang sweldo. So ano ginagawa ngayon ng mga airlines? Tatanggal sila ng trabaho. They're cutting, actually wala pang ang ibang biyahe ngayon, no? So very very selected and limited pa lang. So they are really on a losing downturn, no? When it comes to operations. Yung mga malls, lugi yan. But then again, you may consider them for longer term, di ba? Kahit sa airlines you check yung financial condition ng company. Mamaya di-discuss ko how you will try to gauge kung maganda siya sa investing right after or during the pandemic. Now, may mga companies na hindi makaka-recover, no? So ano naman yung pag-asa nila? Maybe a merger or kumakwer sila ng bigger company. So yun yung mga mechanics na titingnan mo sa investing, no? So siguro may problema din dito yung mga nagpi-PCA, peso cost averaging, or yung counterpart niya sa US, yung dollar cost averaging. Doon lang naman kinuha yan. On a efficient market, PCA will work kasi nga expected mo yung blue chip, yung may value na stock na binibili mo will bounce from lows. What happens naman kung pandemic or crisis period? Paano for the past 10 years binibili mo to? For example, Jollibee, biglang tinamaan ng ganitong klaseng pandemic, di ba? So sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, no? Most of the time kasi pagka may crisis and pandemics, all your gains sa PCA, ini-erase niya. So you will start all over again. Nasayang yung past 10 years mo. But it doesn't mean to say na it will not work. No, it will work if you have the patience to wait for a longer period of time, much more longer than you anticipated. Okay, so yun yung mga protections. Ideal stocks for trading. Trading, you trade, the stock has to be trading in an established range. So, pag kahit na pandemic siya or regular market, sa trading, range pa din ang tinitrade mo, di ba? You buy at 1 peso, you sell at 150. The same thing lang yun. Pag may pandemic na, may range pa rin na ginagalawan yung stock na yun. Now, you have to establish kung yung range na yun is enough to give you 10% a month or even higher. Di ba? And the number 2 most important factor is yung actively trading dapat yung stock na binibili mo for trading. Kasi if it's not actively trading, most likely hindi ka makakalabas within the month or within a week kung ano man yung time frame na nilagay mo sa trading mo. Okay? And the number 3, new developments within the company. Kailangan lagi kang nakatutok. It doesn't necessarily mean na kailangan alam mo yung outstanding shares ng company. Kailangan alam mo kung ilang dividends ang binibigay niya. Annually ba yan o semi-annual? New developments within is ibig sabihin yung bagong balita. I'll give you an example. Greenergy. Alam natin na holdings company siya and the company is into alternative energy. Meron din siyang real estate development. He's looking into infra projects. Pero all of a sudden, biglang meron siyang biniling company sa Australia. Company in Australia that he bought is engaged in medical marijuana. Now, bakit ganon? Kasi profitable yung business na yon and slowly, globally, ina-accept siya as a means of medication. Lalong-lalo na yung mga mayroong cancer, no? Kasi may mga cancer patients na yung hindi nila kaya yung pain. Lalong-lalo na may mga tumor sa utak, halos inuumpog na yung ulo. sa sakit no, na nararamdaman nila, they are using medical marijuana to ease the pain and probably cure din the cancer. No? I don't know. No? I'm not a specialist pagdating doon. So that is a development that you will be looking into. Now, bakit bumili yung Greenergy? No? Sino yung nag-initiate? I am speculating that the Australian company was the one who initiated. No? Bakit sila nag-initiate to partner with Greenergy? Remember, it's a big industry in Australia. Open na doon yung medical marijuana. No? So, may mga areas pa nga na actual marijuana pwede. Even in the United States and some parts in Europe. But right now, everyone is looking into China. Kasi sa China, they are slowly accepting yung paggamit ng medical marijuana to cure or at least minimize the pain for those that are suffering with medicine, no? Cancer. So malaking market sa China yan if ever na mag-open. So the Australian company is tapping into green. So ano bang meron sa Greenergy? Tony Chu. Tony Chu is probably the businessman one of the businessmen in the Philippines na napakalaki ng network sa China. Bakit? Meron siya ng agri-nurture. Agri-nurture's number one client is China. So yung mga saging niya, gulay niya, mango niya, doon yan dinadala and distributed yan from networks, no, from different places in China. So yun yung value nung nakita ng Australian company sa pag-initiate ng partnership with Greenergy. So yun yung sinasabi kong new developments within the company. Now sa investing side naman, ang ideal stock sa iyo is large company, no? Malaking-malaki dapat siya and preferably blue chip. So ano bang definition natin ng blue chip? Blue chip is the creme de la creme ng sector niyo. Siya yung number one company. Okay? Tapos consistent siya in giving out dividends in 10 to 20 years. So backtrack mo yung pag-check mo, no? Hindi lang 2, 3, 5 years, 10 to 20 years. Kailangan consistent and then i-measure mo. There has to be some sort of measurement. Yung dividend ba na binibigay niya, tinatalo yung inflation rate. Okay? Kasi pag hindi niya tinatalo yung inflation rate, madidipit yung purpose mo, no, ng pag-i-invest and going long term into a certain or particular stock. Now, number 3, it has to have sound financial condition. Paano mo malalaman? Mayroon tayong tinatawag na current ratio. Hindi natin na-discuss ito sa fundamental, but I will discuss it now. Ano yung current ratio? Current ratio means current assets should be 2 times larger than the current liabilities. Ito diniscuss natin, di ba? Sabi ko sa inyo, dapat yung current assets niya kayang banggain yung current liabilities. Dahil yung current assets, these are the assets that can easily be turned into cash. Pwede siyang cash na, pwede siyang stocks, treasury stocks, na pwede mong ibenta sa market or mga assets na pwede mong ibenta outright. Hindi pa nga kasama diyan na halos ang ang real estate asset kasi hindi mo naman basta-basta maibebenta yung real estate asset. So kailangan maibebenta mo within a year. Kasi ang kalaban mo doon yung current liabilities which is due within a year. So kung titingnan mo yung financial statement ng company, punta ka agad doon, no? Kung blue chip ito, punta ka agad doon sa current assets and current liabilities. Dapat 2 times larger yung current assets niya against current liabilities. In the same manner naman, pag tumingin ito sa long term, yung total assets and total liabilities, dapat much larger ba than 2 times the size of current liabilities ng company. So dapat ang sound financial condition hindi mawawala sa metrics mo pagka naghahanap ka ng mga stocks for investing or stocks for long term. Okay? Now, during my webinar, pinag-usapan natin yung mga sectors to watch ko. Itatouch ko ng konti ngayon. Kasi i-identify natin dito sa mga sectors to watch and stocks to watch ko, meron diyang mga for long term and meron ding mga for trading. Okay, so ano yung mga sectors na sa tingin ko will lead the recovery? No? As I discussed before, food, utilities, infrastructure, and then we look for value for our money. No? Ito yung mga heavily discounted stocks. Now, for those who were not able to watch and follow the trail of thought, what I'm talking about today, you may watch it. I think on next week, no, Monday, ipo-post na namin sa YouTube. Okay? So these are the sectors to watch, and these are the stock to watch. San Miguel Corporation and Agri-Nurture for food, Meralco and Manila Water Company for utilities, Megawide and IRC for infrastructure, and then Alliance Global and DM Consuni for heavily discounted stocks or value for money. Now, meron ako siningit, hindi ko na-discuss ko to nung webinar, pero hindi ko nasama sa list. These two stocks are for speculation, yung green and LR. Mamaya, as I go to the charts, i-discuss ko kung bakit siya for speculation. Okay. Tingnan natin. San Miguel, nagbigay ako ng metrics. Kailan ba ako nito? September 4, 2020. Tama? Sabi ko, the stock is sideways. Support 1 ko is at 96. Resistance is at 104. And then resistance 2 is at 136. So, na-establish ko yung buying range. So, you should be buying between 96 and 104. Tama? And hopefully, makatarget ka ng around 40 or kung sa makakabili ka sa mas mataas pa na price, mga 30 to 40% return. So, not bad, ano? For trading yan. Pero you can also do this stock for investing. So, meaning to say, i-disregard mo na tong target mo na 136. Basta ang purpose mo, I will try to get in between 96 and 104. And then leave to the dividends. And then just continue buying it as it breaks, as it continues to break resistances or trends. No? So, pwede ito. Bakit? Blue chip ito. And this is the blue chip of the food sector. Ano bang current price niya ngayon? Let me check lang ha. Okay. Ang current price niya is at 99.85. So it is within our range, no? As of Friday, yesterday, San Miguel closed at 99.85. So nasa range siya ng buying natin. So whether you are trading this for short term or longer term period, pwede kang pumasok kasi nasa range siya nung sinukat natin. Kung trader ka naman, once it reaches 136, you get out. Kung investor ka, long term ka, you're in it for San Miguel for the next 10 or 20 years or even for a lifetime. As it breaks new highs or even continuously buying lang every quarter or twice a year or every month, if you have the money, you can buy San Miguel. Anong mga speculation dito? They are heavily going into the infrastructure na rin. Ano? Hindi lang sila sa food. Napaka-active ng chairman nito si Ramon Ang sa social media. Who knows, baka by 2022 tumakbo ng presidente yan. It's just a speculation. I'm not saying he will, ano? Pero kinukonsider siya ng mga business sector, no? Na ini-encourage siya tumakbo. Who knows, di ba? Sinasabi niya ngayon he's not interested. But si Digong, in 2016, he's saying he will not run. But all of a sudden, in the last minute, he filed for a candidacy. So, isa yan sa mga speculation going on with San Miguel. Next stop, Agri-Nurture, no? Na-establish na natin, you should be buying between 7.20 and 8 pesos sa stock na to. And then, once it breaks resistance 1, malayo-layo na nga yan eh, yung 12 pesos na yan eh. It will go back to yung mga all-time highs na ng mga 15, 18 pesos. Pero again, wala ding mabilisan dito, hindi tayo nagmamadali. Look, wala pa rin siyang volume. Diba? Now, kung ang target price natin is you should be buying it between 7.20 and 8 pesos. Nasa na ba si Annie? Si Annie as of Friday is at 7.95. So, nasa buying range pa rin natin. Okay? So, importante din talaga yung part ng planning mo, yung range. Kasi you will never be able to identify the low and the high of the stock. Opposite side, nakapag-identify ka ng buying range mo, dapat meron ka din selling range. And ultimately, opposite side, meron kang cut loss point. Okay? Next stock natin, Meralco. Identified natin yung buying range natin between 256 and 280. Asan na ba siya as of Friday? Remember, mga 2 weeks ago lang natin ito pinag-usapan. Nasa 278.50 na siya. No? So halos malapit na siya dun sa resistance 1. So pag binrake niya yung resistance 1, hintayin mo muna mag-consolidate between resistance 1 and resistance 2 bago ka mag-decide bumili or not. And ang initial target natin dito is yung resistance 3 at 316. But if the COVID virus ends and magkaroon ng konting linaw, 365 and 385 is not impossible for Meralco. Now again, pagka long term ka, pwede mong i-long term to because this is blue chip in the power sector. You just continue buying doon sa range na in-establish natin and kahit na dito sa second range na resistance 1 and resistance 2. And as it breaks, pwede kang mag-add ng position kasi isa din ito sa stock na maganda magbigay ng dividends. Okay? Manila Water, same thing. May range din tayong inaabangan. We're trying to get this between 1290 to 12. And then medyo par off na yung 1080. But between 12 to 1290, dapat bumibili tayo. Nasaan na ba siya nag-close? Umakyat na pala siya. It's 1434, no? So between the 2-week time frame, silipin natin mamaya kung ano yung mga signals na binigay naman niya sa technical analysis. Okay? Kasi this is 2 weeks ago. Okay, so hopefully umabot pa siya dito sa range ng 1290 para nakapasok tayo. If not, you now have to decide which price to buy it higher, no? So hanapin natin mamaya, paalala ninyo no, na we will look into Manila Water dun sa live chart natin kung saan range na tayo pupulot dito. Okay? Next is Mega Wide. Target natin is between support 1 which is 6 pesos and resistance 1 at 8. No? So doon dapat ang buying range mo. Sana ba siya nag-close as of Friday? 720. So nasa buying range pa natin. Kasi establish itong low na to, 6 and 8 pesos. Diyan lang siya nag-trade since March of 2020 nung nag-drop dahil because of the COVID na crisis. No? So makikita ninyo, if you look at my cursor, laging bumababa sa 6, akyat sa 8, bababa, lower pa nga sa 6, pero bumalik pa rin sa 8. And then ever since nag-attempt siya mag-break ng 8 pesos. Pero lagi ding nagpe-fail. So ang trading range mo is 6 to 8. If you're buying this stock for the longer term, yan naman din yung buying area mo. And then you are looking at 15 for traders. Now, if you're in it for the long term, hindi ko masyadong advisable ang Mega Wide sa longer term. I think this is a trading stock kasi kitang-kita yung mga galaw niya, which is good for the traders, no? Kasi na-identify mo yung in and out mo. Right now, it's no-brainer. Get in at 6 and then get out at 8, di ba? That is 30%, 32% return. So kung makuha mo yan, which is really happening no, throughout the last several months, that's good for you. And right now, nasa 720 siya. So mga nasa in the middle pa rin, halos same pa rin dito. Okay? So for trading lang itong Mega Wide. And then watch out, of course, for the developments kasi heavily involved din ito sa infra project. So may mga time na, halimbawa, in-award sa kanya with finality yung NAIA and meron siyang feasible na plan to go about the rehab of NAIA. Magkakaroon ng price action yan. So babantayan nyo din yon, trade the developments. Next, IRC. Ang trading range natin is between 1 to 120. 2 weeks ago, it was at 110. No? So, nasa buying range natin. It is trying to break 120. Na-break na rin niya ata. IRC closed last Friday at 121. So, na-break niya na itong 120. Parang nag-agito ng mga 126. So, it is within our trading plan. Ano? So, titingnan nyo na lang kung ano yung binibigay ni stochastics. Buying na ba siya or selling now? Sabi ko nga sa inyo, may tendency si stochastics na minsan nag-i-stay dito sa overbought level or minsan naman sa oversold level. Basta importante, when it gives a signal, there is an accompanying volume, no? So, nandun yung laging indicator lagi na kinoconsider natin yung volume. Okay, kasi leading nga yung stochastics. Alliance Global, this is a winner. Bakit? 2 weeks ago, nag-range tayo dito between 560 and 640, and it was trading close to 6 pesos nung time na yon. Parang nung time na yun, ang range niya is 590 to 620. Tama, 590 to 620. So sabi natin, dapat pumasok tayo dito based on value on your money. Bakit? Kasi nakita natin, no, for those who have not seen or not attended the webinar on fundamental analysis, importante ito. We have metrics that we use to identify yung heavily discounted stock. Book value ng Alliance Global is at 30. So obviously, discounted ito, nasa 6 pesos lang siya. EPS niya is 183. And then PE ratio niya is at 320. Ang industry average, the stock exchange itself is about around 20. So napaka liit ng 320 compared to 20. So heavily discounted ito, and then napakaganda nga ng book value niya. So in-identify natin yung buying natin. Support 1 to R1. So dyan yung range ng buying natin, 550 to 650. When we were talking about it, nasa close to 6 pesos siya. No? So dapat bumili na kayo nung right after nung identify natin ito dun sa 2 weeks ago na sa webinar natin. Ano? Nasa na ba siya ngayon? AGI is at 725. Halos nalampasan na yung target natin dito. Ang target natin dito before is 7 pesos sa resistance to this one. So binirake niya na yon, and with enough volume na pumapasok, it may be looking to reach around 10 pesos. Now, pagka hindi naman yan na-reach yan, it will trade between this range, 10 and 7, then reset tayo. Tingin ulit tayo sa mga indicators natin, stochastics and volume and kung ano man yung ginagamit ninyo. Now, pwede mo din itong i-trade for investing. So, meaning to say, you throw away all these metrics, dito ka ngayon magpo-focus. Book value, EPS, and PER. So, you should be continuously buying AGI. Even at current prices, even if it's at 7 or 8, you should be buying AGI kung long-term yung time frame mo. Pag short-term, stick to the levels that we have identified. Okay, so yun yung purpose nung kailangan na ka-attend ka ng mga previous webinars natin. Pero don't worry, ina-upload naman namin yan doon sa may YouTube channel namin. Just make sure that you will be able to subscribe, and then kahit na yung mga naka-attend, you may want to revisit kasi minsan nawawala sa isipan natin yan. Yun yung maganda doon eh. Yung webinar na diniscuss natin 2 weeks ago is still effective even 2 years after or 20 years after. Kasi yung ginagamit ko ng mga metrics and yung ginagamit ko na technicals is the same things that I've been using in the early 90s or nung nag-start ako sa stock market. Okay, so isa pang value for money natin, DMCI, gumalaw na rin ito. Nag-break na rin ito sa 4 pesos. Pero ang trading range natin initially is 340 to 4 pesos. Now, bumbreak na siya sa 4. And I think may accompanying volume din yung pag-break niya. So we may be considering buying between 4 to 450 with a target of 7 pa rin sa resistance 3. Now, book value niya is 621 and EPS at 79 cents. And ang PE ratio niya is at 5 pesos. So heavily discounted din ito considering na malaki yung, tsaka ano na to, holdings na to eh. Meron siyang exposure sa Manila Water, part ito ng conglomerate ng Manila Water. Then meron itong si Mirara Mining, and then of course, nandoon pa rin yung kanyang construction firm na magpa-participate heavily pagka nag-go na yung infra projects ng government. Yan lang naman yan, DMCI, EEI, yan ang mga laging ginagamit ng mga construction firms, mga malalaking projects. So pwede mo din tong i-long term using book value, EPS, and PER. And then yung management forecast pala, no, hindi kasama dito. And then kung iti-trade mo naman siya, stick to our targets. Support 1, resistance 1, resistance 2, and resistance 3. Okay? Now, ito yung mga topics na diniscuss natin previously, no? Number 1 is yung your stock market journey, pitfalls and opportunities. Introduction to stock market ito, so stock market 101. So yung mga ngayon pa lang nagjo-join and you are new to the industry, bago kayo sa stock market, I strongly suggest that you watch this webinar doon sa channel namin para magkaroon ka ng foundation. If after watching this webinar, more or less may direction na yung pagtitrade mo. Hindi yung basta kung ano lang yung gumalaw nakita mo sa trading platform mo or kung ano yung nabasa mo sa social media or ano yung binulong ng office mate mo, bibilin mo na. So, importanteng mapanood din niya yan. And then number 2, yung keys charting your way to profitability. Kasi ang purpose natin is to earn eh. We are learning to earn. So whether you earn on a short term basis or long term, earning pa rin ang katapusan noon, no? So keys charting naman ang ina-advise ko sa inyo. Naka-upload na yung dalawa na yan and on Monday, we will be uploading itong putting value on your money, which is fundamental metrics naman. Now, sa fundamental metrics, importante kasi inaalam mo yung worth ng company na binibili mo. The only time that you will not use fundamental metrics is if you are doing speculation. So pag speculative yung stock na binibili mo, you throw away the fundamental metrics. But kung trading siya short term or long term, sa short term ginagamit mo din yan minsan-minsan. Lalong-lalo na kung hindi pa gumagalaw yung stock na binibili mo. Pag gumagalaw na, you stick to technicals dahil mga targets na yung tinitrade mo doon. But if you're doing long-term and investor ka talaga, investor by choice, hindi by accident, you will have to use fundamental metrics and na-discuss yan thoroughly doon. Okay, and then after Monday siguro, mga by Wednesday, ipopost naman namin itong number 4. The worst may be over, sectors and stocks to watch. No? So, tinatch ko to kanina ng konti, pero hindi siya kabuuhan. No? So, importante pa rin malaman ninyo kasi merong mga metrics ako na diniscuss dyan in arriving at a conclusion that the worst may be over. Sinabi ko maybe, no? Kasi meron ako dong isang reason, ano? Sa tingin ko kasi yung hard lockdowns anong nangyari between March, April, and May, hindi na mauulit. So more or less gradual, i-open na natin yung economy natin. So kung hindi na tayo mag-hard lockdown, yun na yung worst. Okay, so maiintindihan ninyo mas mabuti yan if you watch itong number 4 webinar natin. And then today we discuss trading versus investing. It's a short webinar, pero I'm sure ngayon, naintindihan na ninyo on your own, mali pala yung ginagawa ko, di ba? Hindi pala ako investor or hindi pala ako dapat trading, investor pala ang pinopokus ko. Okay? And then tomorrow, importante sa lahat, trading psychology. Ito yung nandoon ka na sa battle. Nakikipaglabang ka na. Kasi it's you and you are against everybody sa stock market. No? So, importanteng maunahan mo sila sa magandang presyo, sa pagbili, and magandang presyo sa pagkuha ng profit. And then pag nag-pullback naman, hindi umayon sa trading plan mo, magandang presyo sa pag-cut ng losses. I-discuss natin yan thoroughly tomorrow. So, dyan magtatapos yung series natin. But as I said, we will continue. Kasi I want this to be a regular thing, no? Weekly as much as possible or at least twice a month. Tapos we will be discussing what is going on within the stock market industry na. So kung gumagalaw tong stock na to and you want to discuss it, yun na yung mga magiging topics natin. And then invite your friends kasi we want to build a community na marunong sa pagtitrade. Hindi yung na-hype, hindi yung na-scam, no? Uso ngayon yung mga scam eh. For example, nanalo ako sa isang trading competition. Mock trading lang yon, hindi naman siya actual trading. After that, I will charge you 200 300,000 pesos para turuan ko kayo. I mean, does it work that way? No way, dahil mock trading yun. It's not even real conditions, di ba? So ano yung certification mo or licenses mo? I won an online trading competition. It doesn't work that way. No, we are trying to save people from losing money. Kaya natin binibigay ito. This is more or less what you need to start your journey in the stock market. Okay? So, ito yon. Please subscribe. This is our YouTube channel, Eagle Kiss APEC. And slowly palalakihin natin yung community na to. And we will be inviting hindi lang mga brokers to speak, but we will be inviting top management ng mga listed firms. So you can hear it straight from the horse's mouth, no? Halimbawa, you want to hear Dennis Uy, or for example, you want to hear, sino pa ba? Let's go for the moon and the stars. Jaime Sobel de Ayala, invite natin dito minsan, ano? Kasi pag lumaki yung community natin, they will be attending or giving into our invitations. Diba? So, let's do our part. Anyway, this is for free naman. Wala tayong charge dito. Okay, and you're free to criticize or you want to add more value into our community, welcome na welcome. This is my contact numbers, FB Martinez at apec-invest.ph sa email ko. We have Facebook pages, no? Fernando Martinez-Kiss, and then yung company ko, APEC Wealth Consulting Corp, meron yan sariling Facebook page. Sa group, we have Smart Investors, Bears and Bulls. And then mobile number ko, you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and then yung website ng Eagle Equities. Now, there are times kasi na hindi ako agad nakakasagot sa Messenger, no? Kasi minsan, more than 200 yung nag-send sa akin ng message. Just this morning, meron akong na-miss na 2 weeks ago pa siya nagtatanong kung paano mag-join sa webinars. No? So mamaya baka i-share ko na lang sa kanya yung Eagle YouTube channel namin. Ano? So I make it a point na kung di ko man masagot within the day, the following day masagot ko. No? So konting patience. No? Kailangan niyo yun, patience sa stock market. But I will try to answer all of your questions or queries, no? Doon sa messenger or kung mismong doon sa page. Anyway, we will now proceed with questions, and then later on, i-identify natin yung mga stock na pwede for long term and yung pwede for trading. Tapos gagawa tayo ng trading guidance. So ibig sabihin ng trading guidance, saan kayo papasok, ano yung tina-target ninyo. Okay, yun yung advantage ng uma-attend ng live kasi you can throw in the stocks that you want or questions that you want, and then immediate yung effect nun. By Monday, pag nag-open yung market, you can see kung okay ba yung trading guidance na ginawa natin or hindi. Anyway, I will turn it over na to Olga para moderate na niya yung question and answer.
Okay. You may now start posting your questions in our chat box. So first question from Mr. San Miguel. Hello, if you want to beat inflation and has medium to high risk profile, how many % do you split trading versus investing? In long term, when do you buy or sell? Number 1, near bottom or peak. Number 2, hit your target. Or number 3, a certain period of time.
Okay, several questions na, no? Isa-isahin natin ang sagot, ano? How you beat inflation, no? How you beat inflation is you get the average of the inflation that is going to be equivalent to the time frame that you will be holding the stock. Let's say ang time frame mo is 10 years or 20 years. So check back mo yung period before. Ano yung average ng inflation natin for the last 10 years? Let's say ang average ng inflation is 2.5 or 2%. Meaning to say, you look for a company that will beat that 2 or 2.5% inflation. No? So dapat yung dividend na binibigay ni company, whether cash or stock, will beat the 2.5 inflation. Kasi ano ba yung inflation? Inflation kasi ganito ang simpleng explanation ko dyan. May sweldo ka, pero yung prices ng goods and commodities is continuously tumataas. So yung sweldo mo last year, hindi na mabibili yung same goods and services in the coming years kasi hindi naman tumataas ang sweldo mo tapos yung goods and services tumataas. That is inflation. So yung value ng money mo the previous year is not the same as the value as it is in the current year. So paano mo ma-augment yun? Mag-invest ka ngayon. Hanap ka ng investment that will beat the inflation. So yun yung answer ko doon sa first question mo, no? Now, with regards to how many percent do you split, depende na yan sa'yo. It's not the same for everybody. There are clients of mine that are doing both trading and investing. May mga clients ako na equal portion of amount ang ini-invest nila or tinitrade nila. Now, they are able to do that kasi malaki siguro yung kanilang capacity. Let's say, may client ako nagtitrade ng 5 million sa trading. Pinaro-roll niya yun. Habol kahit na anong umakyat, basta based on technical analysis. And then meron din siyang 5 million na pinaiikot din throughout the years sa investing. So that's parang kung ang total pera niya na gusto niyang i-expose is 10 million, hinati niya for 50-50, no? Now, it doesn't work for everybody. Na meron kasing yung risk appetite mo, hindi naman kasing laki ng risk appetite niya. So maybe, let's say, meron ka 500,000. Ang pang iti-trade mo lang is 200 and then 300 naman yung for investing. So I really cannot quantify and then answer your question directly. It really depends on the risk profile ng tao. And iba-iba tayo. May intindihan mo yan doon sa Stock Market 101 natin. Okay? Tapos yung next question mo, long term, when do you buy or sell? Sa long term nga, you don't look at the price action eh. So you just believe that the company will continue to do well. So ikaw na ngayon ang magsiset aside ng buying period mo. Okay, I will buy every end of the month. Or I will buy every quarter. Or I will buy 2 times a year. No, kasi long term na yung tinitingnan mo. Okay, so hindi na importante sa'yo yung bottom or peak or my target. Pwede siguro nag-establish ka ng range, kagaya ng ginawa natin. No? Bibili ko at this range. Pag na-break na yung range na yan, I will consider buying at a higher price basta nasunod yung metrics na pinapalo mo sa long term mo. Okay? Next question.
Okay, next question from Mr. Steve Delmar. Sir, do we check over all market sentiments of PSEI? Currently, stochastic is pointing down. Thanks.
Okay, sa PSEI, most of the time, ang affected dyan is yung 30 stocks that is involved with the PSEI. Now, sino maapektuhan doon? Yung mga nasa mga investor, yung mga nasa long term. Kasi I'm sure 90% of the time yung binibili ng mga investor or mga nasa long term is yung nandoon sa PSEI. So sila yung naapektuhan doon. Not much on the trading side. For example, if you've been trading dito the last 2 weeks, it's doing very well, contrary to PSEI. If you have been trading green or IRC in the last month, it's doing very well compared to the PSEI. So depende kung nasaan ka, kung nasa trader ka ba or nandito ka sa investor. Kung investor ka, most likely affected ka ng galaw ng PSEI. Kung trader ka naman, no, dahil you're looking at price action and individual stocks. Next question.
Next question from Mr. Rod. Sir, dito an investment or trading stock?
Okay. Na-discuss ko to thoroughly mga previous webinars ko. Dito kasi had an speculation stage. Yung speculation stage niya is yung time na meron siyang rumor na magiging third telco. Hindi nga lang siya, madaming mga ibang companies. Ano? So yung speculation na yun drove the stock from 120, 110 to 8 pesos. So yun yung akyat nung speculation. Tapos na yung speculation na yun. Bakit? Siya na ngayon yung third telco. Right now, dito is a trading stock because you are trading the developments na. Okay, so ano yung developments? Usually, mag-involve yan doon sa pagiging third telco niya. He needs to comply with the tower requirements, saan niya ipuput up, and yung nababasa natin ngayon, di ba? Yung sa mga military camps, tas kung ilan number of towers ang ipuput up niya. Nag-hire siya ng mga qualified personnel, importante yon. So you are now trading the developments. Pag sinabi ni dito na by end of this year, we will be putting up 1,000 towers. Dapat by end of this year, ma-complete nila yan. Kasi between now and end of this year, iti-trade siya ng mga traders based on that information and sa trading range. Pagdating ng end of this year, pag hindi nila na-accomplish yung kung ano man yung tower na target nila, remember sinabi ko yung management forecast kanina, importante din. Diba? So pag hindi nila na-accomplish yun, by end of this year, sell down na naman si dito, di ba? Or kung kailan man nila sinet yung target. Just like nung dapat na April, meron silang May, meron silang mapuputa. Hindi nila naputa, sinight nila kasi nag-lockdown, which is okay, valid. So, pero bumagsak pa rin yung stock. And then nag-recover ngayon kasi may mga press release sila na nilalabas na itong ginagawa namin, ito yung targets namin. So again, it's a trading stock. Kailan ka ngayon papasok dyan pag long term? Pag na-accomplish na nila yung mga plans nila and they are 100% legitimate service provider na ng telco. So kung meron na silang client base and na-measure na nila yung returns, earnings nila year on year based on the client base, di ba? Yun, you can go long term na for the stock. Not now. You are trading the developments. Okay? Next.
Okay. Next question from Mr. Neru Medillo. Sir, how do we properly tranche our trades?
Okay, based din yan doon sa seminar ko on technical analysis. I discussed it thoroughly yung regarding yung breakout and breakdown chart. So may mga metrics ako na binanggit doon. Hindi ko ma-illustrate niya kasi we need an illustration. So I suggest you watch the technical analysis, nandoon yon. So kung kailan ka papasok, kailan ka mag-a-add, kailan ka aalis na, kailan ka magka-cut. Okay?
Okay. Next question from Mr. Romy. Is Mega World a long-term or trading stock?
Okay. Before kasi yung Mega World, halos nire-reflect niya yung movement ng PSEI. Okay, pag umakat si Mega World, umakat din si PSEI. The opposite, pag bumabagsak si PSEI, bumabagsak si Mega World. I would rather trade it as a trading stock. No? Mas maganda yung return na binibigay niya. Kung if you look at the chart ng Mega World, establish yung mga ranges niyan. Ma-identify mo yung support and resistances. So makakapag-plot ka. Kung target ko to reach 10 or 15% return, makikita mo sa Mega World. Although heavily capitalized din ito and one of the biggest real estate companies. No? But I would rather trade it than hold it for the long term.
Next question from Mr. Atoy Babiera. Sir, sa investing, dito na rin ba pumapasok yung average down? Like for example, sa AGI, kung nakabili sa presyong 14 pesos last year, tapos ngayong nasa 7 pesos.
I don't recommend doing averaging down. No? Kasi pag nag-average down ka, there is a tendency na magkaroon ka ng makomit mo yung catching the falling knife. No? Identify mo nga yung mga supports. Bili ka ng bili doon and you're consistently buying as it goes to the different support levels. Doon sa tinuro ko sa technical analysis, sinabi ko, di ba, kung kailan ka bibili. If it hits a certain support level, nag-consolidate at umakyat with accompanying volume, that's the time to get in. So it's not averaging down. Dahil sinunod mo yung metrics natin sa breakout and breakdown. Mahirap kasi yung in-identify mo lang yung support and then every support bili ka ng bili. That's catching a falling knife. We don't recommend that.
Okay. Next question from Mr. Jason. Hi sir, I just noticed a dotted line within your stochastic indicator. Ibang indicator po ba yun or part of stochastic?
Nasa gitna, it just says na yung level na whether you're on the overbought or oversold level. Tapos nagmamak siya sa 80 and 20. So pag nasa 80 na yan, overbought na siya. Pag nasa 20 na siya, oversold na oversold. Again, not necessarily mean na pagdating sa 80, it will collapse, no? There are times na it will stay there for a longer period of time kasi mayroong volume na pumapasok. The same thing naman sa 20, pagdating ng oversold niya, hindi ibig sabihin sasakay ka na agad kasi may tendency din mag-stay siya doon for the longer period of time kasi wala namang volume na pumapasok to push the stock prices higher.
Okay. Next question from Mr. Marco Go. Sir, Mary Mart and Asen or AC Energy, trading or investing?
Mary
Stock.
Mart is trading. Plans pa lang sila eh. The plans to put up this store or buy this real estate property. No? So plans yan, hindi pa yan mag-generate. Unlike Asen you can do trading and investing. Bakit? Yung planta nila doon sa Vietnam is put up na or ongoing na. Okay, so you expect in a short period of time magta-turnover na ng earnings yun. So you can do investing and trading sa Asen. Mary Mart is purely trading pa lang right now.
Okay. Next question from Mr. Mark Pagdonsolan. What is your insight in banking sector, MBT in particular?
Okay, I'm not following Metrobank no, in the same manner na BDO, hindi ko rin pinapalo. But I will talk about the banking sector in general. The banking sector in the Philippines is one of the most conservative dito sa region, buong Asia. Pwede mo pa nga i-compare buong mundo. Napaka-conservative ng bangko natin. Which is good dahil it protects them yung mga sudden downturn na kagaya nito. Wala sila masyadong exposure sa mga bad assets. But recently, makikita mo, they are building up their finances. Nagbebenta sila ng real estate, nagbebenta sila ng mga repossessed na cars. No? Maganda yon because they want to be ready for any eventuality. So nagka-cash sila ngayon. The key sa banking sector is for those that will survive yung mga defaults. Kasi expected na yan. Businesses is down. Pag businesses is down, employment is going to go down. So yung businesses, hindi na siya makakabayad ng banking loans niya. Yung individual naman, mostly may personal loans and then meron niyang credit card. Okay? Madaming mga pumapalya sa payment ngayon dyan. Now, if your bank or any bank na minomonitor nyo will be able to survive that and then nakakash sila. By the time we reboot, so kailan yung reboot, meron ng vaccine and then we can go back to the normal, the old normal. Pwede na tayong magsiksikan sa palengke, sa kalye, sa malls, pagka mayroong mga discount sales, nakikipagsiksikan tayo, nakikipaghilaan tayo ng mga damit sa malls. That is the time for that particular bank to shine. No, kasi siya lang yung may capability to provide loans sa mga businesses and again provide credit doon sa mga individuals. Diba? So that's how I will look at the banking sector. Closely monitor nyo, nag-disclose naman sila eh. And ito nga, recently, cars, real estate properties, nagbebentahan sila. Sa akin, good yun. Tinitingnan ng mga iba na, uy, naku, masama yan. No, it's good. They're trying to build up their cash. So they're getting ready for the reboot. Kasi kung nakakotse, hinila mo nga, it's sitting in your parking lot. Wala yon. It's asset na hindi gumagana for you. So they would rather turn it into cash. Kaya ang bababa, mamumura ng mga kotse na binibenta nila. It's selling fast. Mas ibig sabihin yung mga individuals, may pera pa rin, may tao pa rin na kayang bumili ng cars. Next question.
Next question from Mr. Ibero. Sir, aside from previously discussed list, may mga bagong stocks to watch po ba kayo ngayon?
Okay, ito nga yun, diniscuss ko, di ba? Meron tayong sectors and stock to watch. Now, in future references, pagka kinontinue natin itong community natin, we can talk about what is going on in the stock market. Wala tayong no holds barred. Kung gumagalaw si ganito, gumagalaw si ganyan, we can talk about that particular stuff. That particular moment, no? Pwede tayong all of a sudden mag-announce ako, okay, right after the trading session, trading hours, gumalaw si ganito. Gusto nyo bang pag-usapan itong stock na to? And then we can do this webinar right there and there. So ganun na yung magiging community natin. If we can do it on a consistent basis weekly or at least twice a month, malaking bagay na yan. And it will help everyone, not just me, but everyone na involved dito sa community natin.
Okay. Next question from Miss Ivy. If I am building an educational fund for my kids, regular savings monthly and expected to be used 10 years, is it better to go investing?
Yes. No, kung 10 years yung time frame mo, investing na talaga. So look for, depende rin yan sa value na i-invest mo. No? Baka kasi 100,000 lang yung i-invest mo. I'd rather do the trading part. No? Pero if it's significant amount, let's say kahit na minimum of about 1 million, maganda na return yan in 10 years time. Okay? Meron kasing compounded interest na tinatawag. So, piliin mo lang yung stocks na bibilin mo. Okay? So, depende yan sa laki nung ipapasok mo dyan. No? So, kasi I have to be realistic. No? If you're holding 100,000 pesos, kung yung stock is giving, let's say, 5% return year on year. So, maganda na siya dahil it beats the inflation at 2.5%. Diba? Pero, you compute at 2.5% as 100,000, magkano lang yung kinikita mo? So, let's be realistic naman din pagdating sa point na yun. So, ikaw nakakaalam yan kung magkano yung i-invest mo sa educational fund ng anak mo. Maganda yung time frame mo, 10 years. Now, depende na yan sa laki ng fund na binabalot.
Next question from Mr. Maximiano. How much do you need to do a long-term portfolio?
Okay. Real talk, di ba? No? So, sabi ko nga kanina, if you're going to do long term, tas ang pera mo is 100,000 or even 500,000, I don't think it will work. Okay? Sinasabi nila it will work 10,000 a month, 10,000 a month. No, it's not. I'm going to be realistic with you. No? Check nyo mismo, kayo mismo. You go to PSE Edge. Check nyo yung mga dividends na binibigay ng mga companies. And you, on your own, can compute. O yung 100,000 ko will earn this much in 10 years. Tingin mo kung satisfied ka doon. Kung satisfied ka, do it. Diba? If not, okay, trading na lang ako kasi I can do range trading, tapos I can plot the targets. Diba?
Yes.
Next question.
Okay, next question from Ms. Osorio. Can we also consider buying with home as this is below IPO price?
All home.
Yes.
Okay. Hindi ko siya napapalo closely. No? Una-una kasi I don't really subscribe sa mga IPOs that much. Kasi nga, I'm a trader. So pag bumili ako ng IPO, wala siyang previous prices na pipilian. I would rather see it nakapag-trade na. No? Sa home, I haven't been following it. Tingnan natin mamaya sa chart when we do the charting session. Olga, remind me about home.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay, next question from Mr. San Miguel. If I'm an investor, since 2014 to date, the PSEI is in consolidation. Is it better to do dividend play instead and pick growth stocks instead of long-term investing or PCA?
Okay, if you're an investor, you are definitely and should be looking towards dividends. No other profit mechanism. If you're going to pick growth stocks, then you will be a trader na. So again nga, if you will ask me, is it better, growth stocks, trading instead of long term? It depends on the category that you want to be in and yung risk profile mo. Kung medyo takot ka, gusto mo slowly lang gumalaki yung investment, slowly lang yung growth niya, you go long term. Now, if you want to do trading and then target 10, 20, 30% a month, you go and trade growth stocks, no? So, hindi siya magkapareho na reasoning, no? Maybe doon sa growth stocks na pipiliin mo and iti-trade mo, you might use some metrics using long term. Pero yung time frame mo, short term pa rin. Unlike doon sa long term na talagang, sabi ko nga, 3 years, 10 years, 20 years, or even a lifetime ang time frame ng long term. Okay, so ibang-iba talaga siya. That's why we had this session para magkaroon kayo ng linaw. Saan ba ako talaga? Mag-i-investor ba ako o magiging trader? Okay, so I'm sure right now, iniisip na ninyong mabuti yan. Ano? Mali ata yung pinapasok ko. Bili ako ng bili ng Jollibee for the last 5 years. Biglang tinamaan ng pandemic. Paano makaka-recover sa Jollibee? No? So yun yung reason, that's why we had this discussion. It's a short discussion, pero I'm sure nagkaroon ng linaw ng konti sa inyo. Magkakaroon kayo ng magandang direction. Okay. Next question.
Next question from Ruth Mariano. Bayanihan 2 was just approved. Will that help the stock price of banks?
Okay. On the contrary, baka nga hindi makatulong sa banks. Bakit? Kasi may provision doon that they can, mga loans, magkakaroon ng 2-month reprieve ata. So they cannot charge interest or penalties, and hindi rin nila mapoforce yung businesses or the individual to pay in 2-month period. So contrary yan doon sa ano ng banks. But then again, Bayanihan 2 naman will steer economic growth, no? Kasi magkakaroon siya ng support doon sa mga sectors na nag-suffer. Airline, tourism stocks or companies, pati yung mga nasa mga underground economy natin, yung mga drivers, riders, no? So, pag binigyan sila ng mga ayuda or yung assistance, financial assistance or projects, mag-i-steer ng development yan. So, magkakaroon ng temporary setback sa banks. But, pagka gumana naman yung economy natin, nagkaroon na uli ng tourism, those that are in that sector can start paying off their loans. Yung mga individual naman ng mga tao, they can start paying off credit cards. So, overall, Bayanihan 2 will help the economy. Sa banks, may konting setbacks. Pero it will also help them in the long run.
Okay. Next question from Mr. Rod Buerano. Sir, what is your personal advice for an... Eto muna, sir. Next question from Mr. Nero Medillo. Investing po ba ang placement sa mga pooled funds like UITF or mutual funds?
Yes, no, dapat longer time frame ka dyan. And huwag ka dapat nagpapanik. Kasi mga tao, ang usual kasi tinitingnan nila yung net asset value ng stock, ng UITF or mutual fund. So pag bababa yung market, tapos ang UITF mo or mutual fund is equity-based, natural mababa yung net asset value niyan. So huwag ka magpapanik, ay magbebenta na ako, tapos sasabihin sa iyo nung advisor mo na, sir, negative po kayo pag lumabas ngayon. Galit ka, sabihin mo nilaloko. No, it's not. Just like any investment, bumababa at umakyat yan. So, importante pa din yung timing sa pagpasok mo sa mga pooled funds like UITF or mutual fund. Now, as an investor, dapat alam mo yung bago ka pumasok. Diba? Kung ako naman ang papasok, kasi wala pa akong UITF and mutual fund, maybe it's a good time now dahil mababa yung net asset value ng UITF and mutual fund. If it goes up, then you can sell. Diba? Para ding stock yan eh. They're buying stock. Yung mga equity-based kasi may mga mutual fund and UITF na ang tinitrade naman is yung government securities. No? So halos guaranteed yung return yan, although maliit. Okay, meron naman combination, mga 70% nasa government securities or banking instruments, money market. Tapos a certain percentage nasa stock market. So, dapat alamin mo yung pinapasok mo na UITF or mutual fund.
Next question from Mr. Rod Buerano. Sir, what is your personal advice for an OFW if it's good to be investor or trader?
Okay, unang-una dyan, you consider your time frame. Are you looking at 5, 10, 20 years or gusto mo magkaroon ng return in 1 to 2 years? Diba? Pangalawa is the amount. Okay? Titingnan mo yung amount mo. Baka meron kang time frame na 5, 10, 20 years pero ang pera mo na invest is 100,000. Not advisable to be an investor. Okay? Number 3 consideration, do you have the time? to do trading. Pagka wala kang time to do trading, most likely you will go to the investor mode. No? So yun yung mga tatlong aspects na kailangan sagutin mo on your own. Pwede ka rin naman kasi maging trader kahit wala kang time. Diniscuss ko ito, I think sa technical analysis, no, regarding static and actively trading na chart. I always prepare static kasi when I do the trading plan, I do it the day before. So, ini-implement ko na yung trading plan ko pagka trading hours na. Pero hindi ako naapektuhan nung active chart na galaw ng galaw kasi pagka na-hypnotize ang tao pag pinapanood mo yung active chart. So pagka na-hypnotize ka ng active chart, you will throw away your trading plan. 100% guaranteed yan. Hindi mo na susundin. So pwede ka pa rin namin maging trader kung wala kang time. Ano? Importante lang talaga masagot mo kung ano yung category na gusto mong pasukan at yung time frame and yung amount ng fund na ipapasok.
Okay, next question from Mr. Romy. Can we use the metrics of long-term to our trading stocks?
As I said, yes, no. Yung metrics na long-term mo, may mga stocks na pwede mong gamitin. For example, yung AGI. AGI is a good long-term stock based on the metrics, di ba? Pero you can also use it sa trading kasi establish yung range eh. So may mga long-term stock na establish yung range. You can do the trading part naman dahil alam mo na in the past few months gumagalaw siya at this level tapos nagbibigay ng ganitong return, then that is an identifiable trading range na pwede mong gawin sa trading. Okay?
Next question from Jane. Is JFC still a good buy even if there are reports on possible closure of 200 plus branches?
Okay, you said it yourself. There's 200 plus branches that is closing, no? So JFC needs to reinvent itself, no? Kasi if they will just continue on what they're doing, no? Mall-based, tapos yung mga franchises, they will not survive. Diba? Kasi yung mga franchise holders nila, these are not really the super rich, no? Minsan yan yung mga may extra money lang, no? I can buy franchise worth 15 million, bili ako ng Jollibee. Pero they can only survive so much, no? Support their businesses certain months lang, no? They cannot do that for a year or two na possible dito sa COVID problem natin. So malaking problema sa JFC yon. Kung makikita ninyo, they're trying to augment, papakita sila, nag-open kami ng London branch. Dinumog. Natural, dudumugin ng mga Pinoy yun eh. But will that branch suffice? Kaya ba niyang, yung nag-iisang London branch na yon, give the earnings that this 200 branches is giving you locally dito sa Pilipinas? So, I mean, minsan you have to use your common sense dahil okay, meron kang branch na sa London, 200 naman yung closure mo dito sa Pilipinas. Diba? So again, ang akin, JFC, through the years, maganda yung earnings niyan. So madami ang retained earnings. So they may be able to survive this COVID pandemic. Ang problema lang, when will we recover? So pag nag-recover ang market, or yung we go back to normal, pag may vaccine na, or naturally, namatay yung COVID-19 vaccine, virus. That is possible. May mga ganong pandemic na nangyari. Humina na lang bigla yung virus eh. So we are hoping for the best. Either mamatay siya on his own or magkaroon talaga ng vaccine. And until such time, magkakaroon ng difficulty yung JFC. I'm not saying you don't buy it, no. So watch out for the developments with regards to the COVID-19 pandemic.
Okay, next question from Mr. Paul Pachingel. If you or someone you know have traded with success on Forex, what's your stop loss percentage?
Okay, very volatile ang Forex so you should react quickly. No? On my own, ang aking stop loss percentage varies. No? So, but I don't go beyond mga 15% loss. Kasi you can always gain that back. Pwede ka nga mag-reverse position sa Forex, di ba? If you're trading Forex, losing ka dun sa sa bili mo. Sell ka, sell double, as bumababa, you can make money. Diba? So, depende yun sa volatility. But standard sa akin yung mga 10 to 15% dyan sa Forex.
Okay. Any more questions?
Okay, you want to go ba sa ano natin? Charting?
Charting. Yes, sir.
Okay, may
First
mga,
request is home.
teka lang. Mayroon kasing nag-request sa akin kagabi and gusto ko siyang pagbigyan natin na natin. Okay. Ito, Sept. This is a highly speculative stock. No? So, kung makikita ninyo nga, parang pinifeed siya palagi. Lagi mayroong bumibili ng konti, tapos may papasok. And then magbabagsak. So, every time it goes up, may certain range na inaabot niya and then it goes down. Ito, identified na. Identify lang natin yung reason why it went down. This is what? This is double top. Diba? And then opposite side naman, mayroong double bottom. Okay? So based dun sa patterns na pinag-usapan natin sa technical analysis, this is an identifiable double bottom. Dapat nag-set ka na ngayon ng support and resistance mo. You have all the time to do this, no? Kasi it didn't happen or materialize in just days, no? Buwan pa nga. So saan yung unang mong resistance? If you identify the double bottom, should be around this level, 560. Okay, 560 level. Okay, so tina-target mo na yun dapat. Ito yung double bottom mo. So you have a support here. This is a strong support. Oh, sorry. Taas pala ng pinanggalingan niya. I don't trade this stock. Na may nagtanong lang sa akin kagabi. Sabi ko, I will do a case analysis on this one. So ito yung support mo. Kung na-identify mo yung double top, you are looking at a potential return sa initial resistance niya by here at around 370. Ang ganda ng return, no? 48%. 50 pa nga, 49. 49% return. Sa initial resistance pa lang yan. Ha? Kung na-identify mo tong double top, which you should have. Let's say naman huli ka nakabili ka sa tuktok. Okay. Dito, bumili ka dito, mahabol ka, isa ka dito sa mga suckers. Nag-create ng double top, obvious na yan, di ba? So the double top becomes the resistance. Okay? All the way here, resistance siya. Hanap ka ngayon ng bagong support. There is a slight support here. Tama ba? This one. 730. 740 levels. Okay. Nakita mo to pero hindi ka nakabenta. Diba? Hindi ka nakabenta. Oh. Sabihin natin, naipit ka or you're hoping na i-break niya pa yung double top na yan. It didn't happen. Pero na-identify mo na double top. So you should be looking to sell malaki-laki lang, 20% loss na yan. No? Pero dapat Pagka you follow the patterns, benta ka talaga. Dito pwede ka magbenta, mayroon palang support dito. Sorry. This one, support yan eh. Yan. Around 850. So hindi ka nakabili ka dito sa tuktok yung rally na to, no? Tapos bumaba, nag-double top siya. So dapat decided ka na magbenta. So between here sa tuktok and dito, yan, manageable, 10% loss. So that is how you trade, di ba? And that is also how you set yung mga cut loss points. Well, right now, sideways siya. So ito, established na support ito, 5.8, 565 or 570, no? So you're hoping naman na magbabounce siya. Same thing din, measure. Hanap ka ng measure. Pagka bumili ba ako sa support level na to, how much ang kikitain ko dito sa resistance na to? Not bad, that's 28%. Again, kailangan meron kang signal dito sa stochastics and meron kang volume na magsusupport. Bakit? Signal ng stochastic is leading indicator. Volume is the lagging that confirms. So wala pa siyang signal. Actually, selling signal yung binigay ni stochastics, tapos selling volume yung binigay din ng volume. So it might go down further. You are going to hope na mag-hold itong support na to. Pag hindi nag-hold yan, you will go lower. Around here, ito. 508 or 5 pesos. Okay, again, you don't buy, di ba? Support yan, yung 5. You don't buy. You wait for the stochastics to give you signal and then confirm by volume, tsaka ka ngayon pumasok. Kasi malaki naman yung upside mo. You're looking at several resistance here na hindi naman malakas. Well, this one is malakas, no? Itong 570 na to. But ito is not. This one is not. Dito ka na uli sa double top. So kung nakabili ka, let's say dito sa support na 5 ba yun? Yan, 5. You may be able to set targets from here. Tingnan mo, sorry, nagalaw ko yung ano. You may be able to buy dito sa 5. And then, ito, mas strong resistance so you watch out. But again, that's already 13 or 14% return. Pero ito, magandang target na. You're looking at 48%. Okay, if you will be able to buy at 5. Kung hindi naman nag-materialize yan, nag-hold itong malakas na support at 570, then eto na yun, nakaset na yung mga targets mo. From here to here, it's 28% na. So, do your plotting na lang. So, that's how you trade this Sept. Now, tiningnan ko ba yung mga PE ratio niya? Hindi, di ba? Tiningnan ko ba yung book value niya? Hindi. I'm basing my trading on the price action kasi may mga established naman na range eh. That's how you trade. No? Dapat alam mo yung target mo and cut loss points. Okay? Next stock. Olga, ano yung next stock?
Home, sir.
Home.
All home.
Teka lang, wala. Saan ako? Watch list. All home. Okay. Certec is for trading ha. Yun na yung range na binigay ko. So, gawa naman natin itong all home. Anong unang-una nating mapapansin? Walang volume. Ha? So, dito area na to meron. Pero from here to here, wala. Okay? So, isa na agad sa consideration niyan. Now, sa price action niya, this is what? Ginaw neto. Kahit sinong baguhan can draw this. This is what? This is a descending triangle. So generally, ang descending triangle is what? Downward bias yan. Now, babagsak siya dito to break the support of around 550. Pag binrake yan, they can break that support with volume, selling volume, or without volume. So pagka binrake yan, you look for the next immediate support. Ano yung next immediate niya? Here. Which is around mga 520s. Okay? Now, etong support na to naman can hold what event or activity that will push this price action to hold the support of around 550 volume. So pag may pumasok na volume dito, hindi na yan magbe-break. It will break naman the resistance, which is this one. So anong level ang kailangan niyang i-break? Obvious na obvious, 6 pesos. Okay. This gave a buying signal. Ang problema natin, walang volume. So walang confirmation si lagging. Si leading nagbigay ng buying signal, kaya umakyat pa din ng konti, but it is failing, no? Saan siya nagpe-fail? Doon mismo sa resistance na to. And why is it failing? Walang volume na pumapasok. Okay, so that's how you trade this stock.
Next.
Yung triangle na ito, abot pa dito sa tuktok na to. You will draw it talaga on a longer period. Next.
Macro Asia.
Macro. Parang na-speculate ito recently. Sana si Macro. Okay, sino yung nagtanong na ito?
Let me check. Jason.
Okay, can you ask Jason kung ito ba yung sa may, if I'm not mistaken, siya ba yung may-ari ng RC Cola? Okay, gawan ko ng ipa-plot ko. So, support here at 360. Ayun ang support na yan. Dito tayo sa malakas. Which is around 4 pesos. Okay.
Sir, I think hindi siya RC Cola.
Hindi. Ano to?
Apo. Basahin ko, sir, from Edge. Macro Asia, formerly Infanta Mineral and Industrial Corporation, was incorporated 1970 to primarily engage in the business of geological exploration and development.
Oh, so mining siya.
Pero sir, sector niya is services.
Holdings na to.
Tapos, marami siyang subsidiaries.
Ano yung mga subsidiaries?
Okay, I'll read. Through its subsidiaries and associates, it is engaged in aviation support businesses at the Ninoy Aquino International Airport, Manila Domestic Airport, Mactan Cebu Airport, Calibo
May
Airport.
airline ba to?
Parang wala, sir, pero subsidiary niya.
Okay.
And
Anyways,
associates.
Establish natin yung mga trading range niya. No?
Pero may mining din siya, sir.
Okay. Ano yung sa mining niya?
Macro Asia Mining Corporation.
Okay. Sino yung nagtanong? Baka alam mo kung ano yung product, share it with us.
Ayan. Sabi nung other attendees, Lucio Tan Yang Mac provides food sa airlines. Mac
Okay.
services PAL in all airports.
Okay. Sige. Meron ba tong ano? Yung engineering support, yung nag-aayos ng mga aeroplano?
Mm.
Okay. Bakit ko natanong yon? Kasi pagka engineering ito, engineering support, yung mga aeroplano kasi kahit na hindi lumilipad, they need uh, engineering, lalong-lalo na. Kasi na-stuck yung mga gears niyan eh. So, kailangan lagi siyang kinakalikot. And if you're the company that provides that, you will earn dahil ilan yung airlines na grounded. Air Asia, Cebu Pacific, uh, PAL, no? Grounded dito. Now, kung totally reliant lang sila sa catering, sa pagkain ng ano, wala namang flights ngayon, so they will not make money. So, I'm just hoping na meron silang ganon, yung ground support, no? So, baka pwede pa silang kumikita kasi sila yung nagme-maintain ng mga aeroplano. Sa mining naman, kung meron silang mga mines na gold, silver, copper, no, sama sila doon sa mga companies na magbe-benefit sa pag-akyat ng mga precious metals. But just the same, establish natin yung trading range. So this is the support. Targeting resistance dito. Maganda rin yung 33%. Okay? Pagka hindi naman nangyari yung plan mo and the reverse happens, dapat mag-set ka ng tawag doon, cut loss point. So, nakabili ka dyan sa support. You're looking at this one, 15%. So, risk-reward ratio, mukhang okay naman. So, okay to i-trade based on this range. No? Support 1 is at 460. Support 2 is at 390 and then targeting this one, 620. Ang maganda dito, it will break 620. Now, meron kang konting resistance dyan, pero this is not a major resistance. 680. Then, nandito ka na uli. But this is pre-COVID na to. March na to eh. So, 1070. Pero this is the targets that you're looking at. Ito. 620s. And then yung resistance dito na minor, 680. And then ito na talaga. Babalik ka na sa mga 10. So, risk-reward ratio maganda. May konting volume naman na pumapasok. But volume has to be sustained. So, hindi yan dapat mga several days lang. So, but this one is good dahil ilang araw na to, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days na siya, no? So, kung magtuloy pa to, it will continuously push the stochastic higher and then the price higher. So, baka ma-achieve mo tong target mo na to na 620 or 630. Okay, so that's how you trade macro Asia. Basing on what we see sa price action. No, hindi ko nga alam kung ano yung business na involved nila eh. We are just second guessing. Meron silang ground support sa mga airlines. So hopefully meron silang mechanical. Pag may mechanical yan, that's a good business for them dahil lahat ngayon nakaparada tapos maintain lang sila ng maintain. Kung catering lang, medyo bagsak din ang business nila. So baka naman sa mining sila kumita. Okay?
Yes,
So
sir.
you trade it. Next stock.
Okay, next stock, Mary Mart.
Wala ba magtatanong ng blue chip? Puro trading tayo ah.
Merong sir, merong Ayala Corp.
Ayun, tingnan natin mamaya. Mary Mart, okay, napaka-ikli pa niyan eh. But established na to eh. Oh. This is a support. Trading at support ito at 3 pesos. Wala lang din volume. Okay? Now, maganda lang dito, highly speculative tong stock na to, konting balita gumagalaw. So, trade it. Drawing lang natin mga support niya. So, this is a support at around 3 pesos. No? Hindi lang ito psychological ha. Talagang strong support ito. Kasi kalimitan yung round figures. Psychological lang pero madali lang mabutas. This is a really strong support. support, support, support here. So yan yung more data. Nag-advertise pa si Chart Nexus. The next is around this level. $260. So, kung mag-gold dito, you may buy it pagka nag-volume, nagbigay ng stochastic signal. Kasi ito nagbigay dito, di ba? But I will not, excuse me, I will not buy it kasi walang volume, walang confirmation. So, the minute na magkaroon ng volume confirmation, I'll buy it even at these levels. Kung hindi naman, I'll wait for it here. Pag dumating dito, again, same thing, same practice. I will wait for a stochastic signal and then a confirmation with volume. So, ayan yung mga range mo. 3 and then 260. Okay? Next stop.
Okay. Sir, next ba natin yung Ayala Corp?
Yes, ano naman tayo? Investor mode. Okay, Ayala Corp. Saan si Ayala Corp?
Salita na lang, sir.
Sige. Okay. So, obviously, Ayala Corp is for long term, di ba? So, hanapin mo ngayon yung metrics niya. Ano yung mga metrics natin dito? Book value, EPS, PER. Sa management, wala naman tayong problema sa management ng Ayala Corp. Proven na yan. 1800s pa lang, Ayala na yan. Okay. Ano yung nakikita niyong formation? Chart pattern.
Inverse.
To. So, kung head and shoulder siya, pwede mo siyang i-trade short period of time, di ba? Left shoulder, ang haba ng head niya. Medyo bastos na yung dating. But, this is a reverse head and shoulder. Okay? So, maganda siya i-trade at this level. Ano yung neckline niya? Kitang-kita din yung neckline. Neckline is the resistance, di ba? So, pag binreak yun, it will go higher. This is the neckline. Tinaasan ko na, hindi na yung lower neckline. Pag binreak niya, that's good. It will target the next resistance. Saan yung, lapit natin ng konti chart. Ano yung next resistance? May nag-enter sa room, paki-admit, hindi ko makita yung chart. Danae or Olga?
Yes, sir.
Paki-admit, hindi ko makita yung chart. Nakaharang yun.
Okay na, sir.
Okay. So, it should target this level. Okay. Natin ang plotted returns. Ganda si Ayala. So, at current levels, nag-hammer pa. Nakita niyo hammer? What is hammer sa Japanese candlestick? Maliit na hammer. This one. So, pag nagputi pa uli ito na yung 3 soldiers, di ba? So, positive na positive. Bullish na bullish. So, from this level, current level of, saan siya nag-close nung Friday? 720. Sa first resistance niya, you're looking at 11%. The second resistance, You're looking at 20%. Pwede na siya sa trading, di ba? So you can do trading based on the chart pattern that is presented to us. May reverse head and shoulder, may clear buying signal dito, di ba? This is a clear buying signal. Hindi naman siya significant, pero there is a volume accompanying the signal, correct? Mayroon tayong chart pattern na reverse head and shoulder. Mayroon tayong bullish Japanese candlestick dito na hammer. So, pwede siyang i-trade right now. Pag longer term naman, and you will use this for investing, you don't throw away na to, itong mga analysis natin na to. You look for the book value, the earnings per share, the PE, and then the management forecast or plans. Maganda naman ang Ayala, so pasok siya doon. Pwede mo na itong bilhin. Start ka na bumili. Okay? So, pasok ito sa long term and then pwede mo pang i-trade. Could give you mga 20% in a short period of time. Okay? Next stop.
AC Energy.
Baka maikli yung chart niya ito kasi nagpalit ito ng pangalan. Hindi pa nag-adjust yung chart Nexus. But just the same, try natin gawaan ng short period na yan. Obvious naman na this is support 280. Next support is at 270. So ito yung range ng support mo. Nag-breakout dito eh. Bakit siya nag-breakout? There is volume here. Look at this 3 consecutive volume. Diba? Kung titingnan mo, dito lang yung kanyang range eh, before. Gawa natin, plot natin. So ito lang siya dapat. Dito lang siya. And then, palit na ito ni more data na to. Nakikita nyo ba yon? So kung hindi mo to i-include tong malaking white soldier na yan, ito lang yung range niya between 270 and 280. Ilang percent yun? Parang maliit. Pero yun yung range niya. That is what is given to you. Hindi mo siya matitrade actually. Pero if you attended our technical analysis, ano yung breakout chart natin? This is a clear breakout. Nag-breakout dito sa 280 with accompanying volume. So this now, resistance now becomes a support. And then yung sinabi natin, pagka-breakout, you can buy as long as there is a sustained volume. This is sustained volume. Nag-sell down ng konti, may nag-profit take, may pumasok ulit. And then nag-sell down, mayroon na uling volume. So, hintayin kong mag-establish muna to ng chart pattern, parang gumagawa ito ng ng plug. Pag gumawa ito ng plug or pennant, bullish pa rin siya. Okay, so abangan natin by next week. But right now, na-miss natin yung move. This is the move here. Dito kayo dapat pumasok. Nung binrake niya itong 280 coming from 270 na. Ayun lang ang range niya before. Biglang nag-break dito. Tingin ko ito yung meron na silang mga nilabas na mga plans and ongoing projects sa Vietnam. Kaya biglang pumasok ang volume. Ibig sabihin nagkaroon ng buying interest. So volume never fails eh. So kailangan talaga lahat ng mga indicators mo supported ng isang lagging, whether it's volume or moving averages. Okay, so right now, wala pang clear. Mukhang it's forming a pennant. This is the pole. This is a pennant. Pwede rin niya maging plug pag umababa ng konti. That is another bullish pattern. Okay, so hindi ko muna itatouch siya. Hintayin ko muna ma-complete yung pattern niya before I decide to get it. Okay?
Okay. Next, SMPH.
SMPH. Parang ginawaan ko to kagabi. Ayan, ready na. Okay. Ano tong triangle na to? This is a symmetrical triangle. Doon sa ating chart, technical analysis, ano yung symmetrical triangle? It's a sideways pattern. Oops, mali ako ng tutok. Teka, erase ko na lang lahat, ulitin natin. Okay. Symmetrical is a sideways pattern. So, paano ko dinawing symmetrical? Okay. Ito yung support, going up, and then yung resistance naman niya is doing the opposite, which is going down. Okay. Masyadong sensitive yung keyboards ko ngayon. Bagong linis. Okay. So, hindi niya alam kung saan siya pupunta, bababa or babagsak. Sa symmetrical, it can either go down or go up. Diba? So, gawa natin ng chart range or target ranges natin. So, obviously, nasa support siya ngayon. Okay, ito yung support niya, which is around 27.90. Okay. Now, if it goes down, wala nang support niya eh. We're looking at yung mga recent lows niya na mga 23. So this has to hold. Ang bad news lang, volume selling, di ba? And then si stochastic, nagbigay ng selling volume, selling signal din. So selling signal and then confirmatory selling volume. So it might go down further. Bakit ito bumababa? SM Prime is the one that is managing all the malls for the SM group. So obviously, apektado yung earnings nito. So you check naman kung pwede mo siyang hawakan for long term. Okay? Kasi between here and yung mga recent lows niya, ano yung potential loss mo? Let's say bumili ka na sa ganitong level, 27. Ito yung una niyang low, 15%. And this one is around 28. But again, if you're in the long term, hindi mo na iisipin yung price action di ba? Tama? You're buying the company and you believe in the management. Now you are also believing that the company will be able to survive the COVID-19 crisis. So, pwede mo siyang i-long term. So, hanapan mo na ngayon yung book value is this stock trading at a discount. Hanapan mo na siya ng EPS and PER. Management, wala tayong problema. Proven ng C family. No? For traders, I wouldn't touch it muna dahil selling signal ito. Wala naman tayong shorting. Kung may shorting sa stock market, pwede sana. Okay? So longer time frame ang hawak mo dito sa SM Prime. What is good? Sideways siya. So maganda bumili ang mga pang long term ng sideways at nasa bottom. Nasa bottom ito eh. Oh. Diba? So most likely, pag na-check ninyo yung metrics natin sa fundamentals, this company or this stock is trading at a discount. Okay, so sa trading purposes lang, medyo antay-antay ka muna ng konting baba at mag-reverse yung mga signals. Okay, another stock. Last two siguro tayo dahil lunch na. Last two, Olga.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Ayan. Tugs, sir. Tugs. Harbor Star Shipping Services.
Oops. Party, party. Again, speculative tong stock na to. And clear na clear dito ang DNA of speculation. This is without just looking at it. Identify natin yung mga stages. Itong recent run na to. This is what? Several green volumes. Ano yan? Smart money. This is the friends. Ito, friends pa rin ito. And sino itong mga to? Suckers. Diba? Now, nagbigay ng selling volume, selling signal. Nagbigay ng selling volume. Meaning to say, at this level, there are people who are selling out to the buyers na, yung mga newbies na na-hype ng stock na to. Sino-sino yun? Ito yun, si Smart and si Friends. Hindi yan masama. Ang masama lang kung pumasok ka sa tuktok. Okay? Kasi pag pumasok ka sa tuktok, ito nga Friends pa to eh. Ayusin natin. Friends pa to kasi buying volume pa to eh. Ito, yung breakout dito. Ito na siguro yung maingay. Maingay na to sa social media. Pero ito, this one, selling na. Tatlong consecutive volume na selling. So most likely yung rally na to will continue to go down. So abang ka na uli. Abang tayo. Saan tayo mag-aabang? Don't try to buy it at this level. Bakit kayo wag bibili sa level na to? At kayong bibili sa level na yan. Because obvious naman na itong mga to lumalabas na at this level. So itong mga bumibili na to, suckers na yan. Nagbigay na ng signal si stocks, nagbigay na ng signal si volume, nag-confirm na si volume. Abang tayo ng support. If you want to continue trading this speculative stock, hindi ko sinasabing abangan ninyo, bumili kayo nito. Kasi obvious naman na speculative ito. Okay. Oops, sorry. Maganda yung mga range niya. This is around 90. Ayaw sumulat. Ayaw sumulat ng kiss ko sa tugs. Yun, sumulat din. So around 90. Okay. Again, abangan mo siya dyan kasi ito most likely bababa pa to ng konti and magko-continue yung selling. Pagka nag-bottom dito sa 90 and nag-reverse si stochastic and may pumasok na buying volume, pwede ka na uli bumili. Ang tatargetin mo, remember, wala namang pabilisan sa stock market eh. So, kailangan meron kang mga targets na siniset. Ito yung una niyang. Okay, we are assuming na bababa siya. So, pag bumaba siya, sorry. Most likely, be-break niya yung 1 peso. Okay, so ikaw, ito yung mga range mo. Sumalo ka sa 90 kasi pumasok, nagbigay na ng scenario lang ito nagbigay na ng buying signal si stocks at nag-confirm si so here you're looking at 13%, not bad. 90, you're looking at around 30%. Now, on the opposite side, halimbawa, bumaba na dito sa 90, nagbigay ng signal, pero nag-collapse pa rin. Saan ka magka-cut? You need to have a cut loss point. Kasi baka tapos na yung speculation eh. Matutulog na uli siya for several months. Ayun yung mga tendency ng mga speculative stocks. So you may want to consider cutting at this level. So ilan yung potential loss mo? %15, manageable. So hindi ito trading, hindi rin siya long term. No? Sa akin, speculative yung nature ng stock na to. But even with the speculative nature, dapat meron kang mga targets na siniset. No? Risk reward mo is okay. You're looking at 31% upside, downside mo is 15%. Kung manageable sa yung 15%, you may cut at those level. Or pwede mo pang babaan, 10% lang, cut na ako. Now, this is a classic, no? Both of this is smart money, and this is the friends, and this is the friends. Ito, classic ito. Suckers money na ito. Okay, so that's how I will trade tubes kung tinitrade ito. Not as trading, not as long term, but speculative. Okay? Pwede kang kumita. Malinaw naman sa range. Pwede kang kumita. Next stop.
Okay, ilan pang stocks, sir?
Last one.
Okay. Sir, medyo madami pa kasi. So, pinaka na, sir.
Yung mga stocks na nire-request ninyo na iba pa, yun na nga eh. We can do this on a regular basis. And then we may be able to do the live charting, no? Schedule lang natin. Then, from time to time, you can message me naman din. And then, gaya nung kagabi, may ako nag-message sa akin. Nagawan ko na siya. So, kung may mga iba na interested, you may want to do the same thing. Message na lang ninyo ako. Anong stock? Yung pinakamadaming request.
Dalawa, sir. DMC and Green.
DMCI. Finding value to, di ba? Yung trading range natin nito, I think it's still the same. Value on your money ito eh. So this is the first support. Around 390. Hanapin natin yung second support. Linaw yun. Kitang-kita. Oops, sorry. Mag 345. Okay. Sa upside mo, you're looking at this level. Nauntog nga siya dyan. Eh. Ayan o. 420s. Okay. So from this level, dapat bumibili ka. Ito yung buying range natin. Kasi value for money naman ito. Oh, sorry. Hindi pala yun. Value for money ito, heavily discounted. Kanina, sinare ko na yung ano yan, yung market book value niya is at around 6 pesos, di ba? So ito yung buying range mo between 390 and 420. Kasi tingnan mo, pag binarik niya itong 420, binarik niya dito eh. Kaya lang hindi nag-sustain yung buying volume. Immediately after ma-break, nag-selling eh. Nagkaroon ng selling kaya bumaba. But if it breaks this level, no, itong mga 420 na to with volume sustained, tingnan mo yung next na tatargetin niyan, taas. Ito na yung next target niyan. For trading lang ito pero pwede mo nga siyang i-long term. So you're looking at around mga 5 pesos. So kung nakabili ka sa buying range natin, ilan na yung return na in-expect mo dito? 33% na. So for trading purposes, okay na ang 30%, di ba? Now, pag ilo-long term mo pa siya, fundamentally sound yung company, maganda yung book value niya, yung EPS niya, maganda yung PER niya. And malaking reason ng pagbaba nito, nadamay ito doon sa mga oligarchy, no, kay Duterte. Kasi part ito ng conglomerate ng Manila Water, and then meron pa silang mining, yung Semirara Mines. But the MCI is also figuring into the infrastructure. So ilan-ilan lang naman sila dyan. Megawide, EEI, and DMCI. So pagka nag-pull bus ang infra projects, yung build, yan pa rin yan. Tingnan mo yung next. Oh. Ang gusto ko dito kasi, ang tataas ng mga targets niya na possible niya talagang balikan. So, ito na yung next niya, 590. Just imagine kung nakabili ka dito sa buying level natin. Ito yung buying level natin, itong 390 to mga 420. For trading purposes, ang gaganda ng return. Diba? Look at where it came from. Oh. So we're buying at the lows. Of course, ito okay pa yung MWC, yung Manila Water nila, okay pa yung Semirara nila. So it's a company na medyo nagkaroon ng setback. So heavily discounted siya. Pero good pa rin yung fundamental. So pwede mo itong i-long term and pwede mo din siyang gamitin for trading. Okay? And then, ganda ng stock na to. Next stock. Green?
Sir. Yes, sir. Green.
Okay. Hindi ko lang alam kung nandito pa yung aking. Oh, yan. Ito yung latest ko. Lalabas ko sana to next week. So, nasa long-term uptrend channel siya. And then, we have a support at 190 and resistance at 226. Bumaba ng konti dito sa stochastics. Okay? Nagbigay ng selling signal. Ang good lang, walang volume. So this can reverse. Sabi ko sa inyo, it can stay longer. Ito, longer dito. Longer dito. As long as there is volume, that will come in. So pag may volume na pumasok dito in the next trading days, it may challenge yung 226. Okay. If it challenges 226, ang next niya is 250. Ito pa nga, 254. Mark niyo yung mga ano na yan, 254 and then 260. So malakas-lakas na resistance yung 254 to 260. Pero between this price to around 260, not bad, 22%. Trading lang naman to. And this is also partly speculative, no? Kasi may project ito na malaki, yung smart city nila. Ano yung smart city? 400 hectare development yun. Magkakaroon ng extension doon yung Makati Subway. Papasok ng Pateros yun and then bubukas sa papuntang Rizal. And then they are planning to put up food terminal. No? Kailangan ng Pilipinas ng food terminal. Para yung mga farmers na maliliit may mapupuntahan. Hindi sila at the mercy ng mga terminal. It's a good project nung panahon ni Marcos na wala eh. Pero pwede naman yan mabalik. No? Initiative na nga lang ng private sector. And then recently nga, bumili siya ng company sa Australia na nagbe-venture into medical marijuana. So potentially, malaking income stream yon from him kasi malaki ang revenues na binibigay ng medical marijuana. And established na yung market nun sa Australia. Okay, sa US and Europe. Nagbe-venture ngayon sa Asia yon yung mga medical marijuana. And ang first target nila is China. I-mention ko na kung bakit pumartner kay Tony Chu yun. So yun yung mga abangan naman natin na development. So for trading, meron kang target around 22%, which is not bad. Speculative stock ito, baka bilang pumutok, lalo na pagka may mga foreign funds na bumibili ng mga company that into medical marijuana. In fact, yung company ko, APEC Well Consulting is talking to one. So baka pagka ma-confirm naman yon, i-disclose naman yon officially sa stock exchange. Now, hindi lang ako, madaming kausap itong Greenergy ng mga ibang funds na nagsusulisit ng foreign funds. Kasi kailangan nila nga ng partner doon sa smart city nila. Okay, so speculative pa yon at this point kasi wala pa yung partner. Pag naging partner nila yon, hindi na speculation yon. You trade the developments now within the company. Okay, kaya nga consistent siya, paakyat siya, yung range niya. Hindi, imagine, galing siya ng, 60, between 60 and 1 peso, hindi ako nagbigay ng buying recommendation na ito. You check my social media account, at 1 peso I gave a recommendation. And yung pinaka-recent is at 190. Okay? So, yan yung mga prospects natin sa Greenergy. Any other question? Tapusin na muna natin tong charting.
Okay.
Question muna kung meron. Sa mga newbies, yung topic natin today medyo boring, Pero sa mga nagtitrade na, makikita ninyo yung value. So, sa mga newbie, you just have to go through with this session dahil importante ito eh. I'm sure hindi nyo pa naiintindihan yung kung long-term kayo or short-term. No? Yung sinasabi nga natin na long-term by choice and long-term by accident. Madami kalimitan sa mga matagal na sa stock market, long-term by accident. Okay, tanong lang, sino nanalo nga pala? Lakers o ano? Sino nakakalam? Lakers? Sino thumbs up? Lakers.
Lakers daw, sir.
Lakers, okay. Tapos tomorrow maganda yung topic natin, both for newbie and yung mga veterans na rin kasi market psychology. This is one of those that going to make you a lot of money or will lose you a lot of money. Ito na yon, yung market psychology. Actual trading na sa market yan. Ito yung makaramdaman mo as you buy into a stock and then pupunta ka dun sa point na magbebenta ka na ba or you will continue to let it run, no? So bukas yung topic natin yan. Yan medyo boring sa newbie, pero okay ito sa mga medyo veterans na. Pero sa mga newbie, ang advice ko lang, isoak nyo lang yung information. When you go into the market, maiintindihan ninyo kung paano maging long-term at saka trader. Okay? So thank you. Hopefully nakatulong uli sa inyo. And let's continue doing this and invite others, no? Pagka yung mga bagong sali ngayon, watch our YouTube channel. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much.
I also want to remind everyone, please fill out the evaluation form that will be sent to your registered emails this afternoon. Thank you.
Thank you.